Now it's time to pay the vendor in euro. So, and I will do this by going to the payment journals so that I can enter the payment manually and show you some important features. I will use the payment registration function, the payment registration journal, because it has the checking bank account as balancing account. And I will enter the payment on, for example, April 15. There we go. So this is, of course, a payment. I will use the standard document number, and the vendor is, of course, my new European vendor, Castle Chairs. There we go. So notice that the system automatically inserts the currency code euro, which is quite obvious, and because that's the vendor's currency code. Also here you can change this. Suppose that you paid the vendor in your own local currency. You can perfectly clear the fields, but in this case I will use euro. All right, I will go and apply the document. So I will click on Actions, Functions, Apply Entries. So this is very easy because there is only one document. So I will click on Process, Set Applies to ID, and I will accept the application. There we go. So here you can see now that we're paying 7,422. So the total amount also taken into account payment discount. All right. So this is something that we can now post, but by checking our bank statement, we see that the amount actually paid to the vendor is slightly different. And that's of course because the bank has used another exchange rate than the one that is set up in Business Central. So if that's the case, then you can go to the currency code field and you can click here on the Assist Edit. And by doing this, you can enter a specific exchange rate for this document line, for this journal line, you see? So here you can see that my relational exchange rate amount, so the dollar amount in this case, can be modified. So when I can, for example, now enter something like, let's take 1.98, something like this. I can click on OK. And now the system will take into account the updated exchange rate, but only for this journal line. So this is now a specific exchange rate for this journal line. Next, I can click on Post Print, and I can post the document.